My name is Charlie McGrath. I'm the founder of WideAwakeNews.com, host on the Rinse Radio Network, and co-founder of Doomcast. Let me paint a picture for you of where your country's at right now, where this nation is. $17.5 trillion in debt. We have 47 million people on food stamps, more than that are considered to be living below the poverty line. 56% of the populace is considered to be below the prime credit score. They're subprime credit ratings. We have 11 million people on disability. We have a government that is absorbing the populace and turning them in to a voting bloc or a spying bloc, with 4.4 million working for the federal government and over 20 million working for state and local government, and a future that encompasses $129 trillion in unfunded liability. We have a never-ending war on fill in the blank, be it poverty, drugs, terror. We have destabilized nations around the world, including Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, a very large hand in Ukraine, large parts of North Africa, as well as Pakistan, black ops going on all over this planet that we don't even know about. And we have a government that seems to be completely devoid of leadership, either because of outright incompetence or evil conspiratorial agenda that is setting the stage for a global governance, a global fascist governance. You see, the period of consumerism as just an ideology is coming to an end. The period of being consumerism making up the tenet of the global governance is on its way. The security, the police state, the end goal is about to be reached. And when it is reached, when the inevitable happens, loading up the debt, taking us to a place that it can never be repaid, and letting the final collapse occur, there's going to be scapegoats. And if we look at the headlines today, we can see who those scapegoats are going to be. If you look today, it's going to be immigrants. They're going to be to blame for what's going on in this country. Or people we're labeling as terrorists that we're destabilizing regions of the world for are going to be labeled as the cause of the condition of our country. Or if we look at Russia, blaming them for them trying to stop the advance of NATO in Ukraine. But more likely and more probably and more terrifyingly, you, I, our friends, our neighbors are going to be labeled the cause of the problems of this country and the world. You see, if you happen to be somebody that is pro-life, pro-Second Amendment, pro-Constitution, pro-sovereign, pro-freedom, you are labeled now a domestic terrorist. And in a nation of 310 million people, when we do have the occasional nut that goes out and commits acts of heinous violence, every single time this occurs, we see the people that are trying to return to a constitutional republic are always the first suspects. Understand, our country, our nation is not on the path to righteousness, is not on the path to recovery, is not on the path to some kind of sovereign republic once again. Quite to the contrary. We are on the path, as is the world, to global tyranny. And we need to recognize it and see it for what it is, because the time is running out when we can have this free discussion, this free exchange of information and ideas. You and I being free thinkers is becoming a danger to this police state. Stories are attached. That's all I got.